everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin. My name is not Brian Cartwright. My name is Tegan Somerset, and I am once again doing the intro, which means Brian is out of office. First of all, coming at me live, obviously, is Rocky Hardy from somewhere in West Texas.
True.
Rocky, I do believe we have a caller on the line.
Oh, yeah.
We have a live call.
Yeah, let's just bring him on.
All right. You are on the air, sir.
Hello. Long-time listener, first-time caller. My name is also Brian. I live in West Texas, very close to Rocky. We are childhood friends, sort of. And I'm here to replace the other Brian, at least for today's episode.
What do you mean you've sort of been childhood friends? Like, did Rocky used to bully you or something? This is a safe space. I want you to know that.
Nothing like that. We've been friends for just over about 8 years now, which feels like we've been friends since childhood, but really we were in our late teens, early 20s.
Yeah, extended adolescence. Actually, I don't think I've ever told this story on the show. So, this Brian Hennessy, we became friends over Street Fighter 4. However, our friendship was solidified when I was doing this thing with this book that gave me a thing to do every day for a year, and I had to promise to meet someone in 10 years. And me and Brian made the promise to meet each other in LA, February 15th, 2023, while wearing suits with red hats.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then, funny enough, right after that, we basically just started hanging out every day, and we haven't stopped for 8 years. So we're probably just going to end up traveling together to LA in another 2 years.
True.
Our friendship really solidified over that, as well as Monster Hunter. We realized that we were both always carrying our 3DSs. We always had those on deck to play Monster Hunter 3, Monster Hunter 4.
I thought you were going to say carrying your teams, and I was like, alright, weird flex, but okay. This is a different kind of weird flex, but also okay.
Once we teamed up for competitive games later in the future, that's when we carried the team. We have broad enough shoulders standing next to each other, we can carry anybody.
Ah, excellent. I hope you carry my ass.
I think we could do that. It doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, well, you'd have to. I'm a support. Supports can't carry shit.
Hey, don't say that, okay? I was a support main in League of Legends, and I have carried many a game.
I am a support main also, and I did one time get 24 kills as Sona, so, it's possible.
Yo, are we all support mains?
Not advisable, but possible.
Oh, man, Tegan, I used to play a really rude Leona. Yeah, actually, Brian is a support name now. His favorite champ is Braum, if I remember correctly.
Braum's a good man!
Braum close second, actually. My new main, well, actually for the past 2 years, really, 2-3 years, has been Bard. I have the nastiest Bard anybody's ever seen. I'll support you by just straight up winning the match.
Nice. Please do.
I spent a lot of time playing Leona. I got into her in Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I was bronze and stuff. I used to spend a lot of time watching my ADC die because they overextend. And then I have to sit under tower by myself, and then they decide, hey, let's just jump to support. We don't care if they're under tower, but I'm Leona, and I have 8,000 stuns. So, by the time we leave laning phase, I'm just 6-0, and, everyone's like, what the fuck? And then, carry the rest of the game.
And then the ADC is Leona keeps kill stealing, and you're like, you keep dying, and then I have to kill them. It's not kill stealing if you're already dead.
See, that's why Bard is so OP, man, because once you steal those kills and people realize, oh, he does about as much damage as a mid laner, it's over.
Oops.
It's already over at that point. Oops.
Oops.
You let me get 4 kills, and now I can kill full tank Alistair in 3 moves.
Oops, all ADC supports.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on Senna. Everybody's got a good Senna.
Yeah,
even
true.
after the patch, nobody has a bad support Senna.
I don't know what a Senna is, because I've been out of the loop for a while.
Senna's
okay.
Lucia's wife.
Oh,
and
that's
she's
right.
Busted.
That sounds great. She should be busted. She busted out of that lamp. She deserves it.
She's a support in name only. She's an ADC in practice.
Oh, perfect.
And
that's my kind of...
people were playing her as one for a long time.
My kind of brand.
Gang.
I always do those supports with the... Come on up, Nico. Or don't. Okay. With the Lux. So Morgana, Lux, Nami, that kind of thing.
Right.
Because one of my friends was like, okay, I'm going to teach you how to play, I'm going to teach you how to play Morgana support. And I was like, okay, cool. And they're like, so what you want to do is you want to trap them in your stun. And I was like, okay, like that? And they were like, yeah, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I like Sona, she's pretty. She's got pigtails. But yeah. I don't know, it's fun.
Honestly, I don't know why they haven't done like the Sona Miku collab.
The Sona Miku collab is totally not the EDM Sona.
Right.
Like, that would have been the Sona Miku collab.
Right.
Specifically because of, like, that's just Miku, basically. But in a onesie. That's not a onesie, what's it called? A body tight. That's what it's called. A Daft Punk helmet.
It really is.
As it should be.
DJ Sona's great.
Okay, but the new Spirit Blossom Ari is perfect. That's perfect. She's beautiful.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was trying to remember which skin. It's been a minute since I actually logged on. I still get my daily feel of League, though.
I just saw it on Twitter, and I was like, that's perfect! Why hasn't that been done before? She's beautiful! I might want to play League of Legends again! And then I did not log on because I don't hate myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. That only makes sense.
She's so pretty.
I felt the same way when they did the Astro Bard. I was like, yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. All I do is play Astro Nautilus, and then I proceeded to still not reinstall League.
Yep. That's how you just have to appreciate the art. There are 3 stages to enjoying League of Legends. You try it because your friends want to play with you and they help carry you. Then you play by yourself and hate it. And then the final stage of enjoying League of Legends is you do not play at all, you only look at the art. And you go, wow, beautiful.
I'm at the mystical 4th stage where I just play Runeterra.
Oh my god.
I will be talking about that new expansion later for our listeners, because there's a lot to unpack there.
Oh boy.
Okay, speaking of things to unpack, EA put out a statement about Madden. I want to talk about it. I've linked their image of their statement in the show doc, but the long and the short of it is that EA is putting Colin Kaepernick back into Madden. He hasn't been in it since 2016, where he was allowed to lapse into a free agency. Now he's a top free agent. His stats are very competitive. I think his average is like an 80, which is like up there with some of the quarterback MVPs.
Isn't he like amazing though?
He was pretty good in the NFL, and he had a lot of potential.
And he hadn't peaked yet.
What I would liken him would be like Aaron Rodgers when Brett Favre was still playing, where like Aaron Rodgers was on the bench and he was okay. But if you like cycled him in on like franchise modes, like he would grow exponentially and be outrageous. Basically what happened in real life.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is definitely a step in a different direction for EA, since like 2 years ago, they decided to censor Colin Kaepernick's name when mentioned in a song promoting the game. And some of the EA fans are not happy about it. The game has already been review bombed on Metacritic. It currently has a 0.2 review score. Not just because of this, because, you know, review bombing Madden's kind of an annual tradition at this point.
Right.
If you keep up with it, the game's critical score is actually at a 63, which is a sharp drop from last year's 76, which has also been on a steady decline since Madden NFL 16. The truth of this is that everyone already hates Madden, but they're still playing it. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's wrong with it. Is Madden somehow not fulfilling on the fantasy of playing with football stars? Is it failing to be an effective simulator? What is Madden right now, and why does everyone hate it so much?
I think I can shed some light on that.
Okay.
I don't necessarily play very much Madden, but I play a lot of 2K, and I play a lot of MLB The Show. So I kind of know how the simulators are moving. Whereas MLB The Show is consistently getting better every year, and is really managing to toe the line between a full-blown simulator and an actual sports game in a meaningful way. 2K has been on a steady decline, so I assume Madden has as well. And one of the things that's happening there is, well, graphically, it stays fairly consistent because we get a game every year, right? And the consoles aren't actually being pushed that far every year. Gameplay-wise, there's not too many significant changes. It's mostly tweaks to character balance, this and that, the minutia. So really, when you buy Madden 21 as opposed to Madden 20, it's small differences. And I think people are starting to get fed up with the idea of spending $65 every year for a game that's not drastically different every year, like they were way back in the day when it was like PS2 Madden and like each one was completely different. I think now that the simulators are advanced enough and like the stat harvesting in real life has really caught up to the game, we're getting like small tweaks, almost like updates as opposed to full games.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked on the show a little bit about maybe these annual sports games should just be like annual updates rather than full titles. I am interested, especially going into a new console generation, about where Game Pass is and how now it's collaborating with EA to allow like certain EA games like Madden and FIFA, but also like The Sims. And I wonder if they end up pivoting to something more like an update schedule with like, I guess, DLC or whatever, rather than like full-blown purchases.
That may be the case. I think that a lot of the games like Madden, right, 2K, all of those, as well as like The Sims, which has a lot of content locked behind like absurd DLC prices. I think those games are going to become increasingly popular on Game Pass, and kind of we had a little bit of a conversation off mic about this, you and I, and how it might revolutionize, at least partially, the marketplace as a whole. I would agree on that. I think Madden on Game Pass has nowhere to go but up, assuming they make the right choices.
Assuming they make the right choices.
I mean, that sounds about right, honestly. Game Pass is definitely rapidly changing the consumer landscape in a lot of interesting ways, I think. You know?
Most definitely.
I don't know if I like it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know that I don't like it.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say only time will tell, but like we definitely need more information.
Time will definitely tell.
I think what really needs to happen in order to keep Game Pass from becoming something people don't like is for Sony to actually match it. Like, we know they have PlayStation Now, but we know it's nowhere near what Game Pass is. If they do get there, though, I think it'll create competition and lower rates in the marketplace that might lead to like another video game boom in the same way that PlayStation 2 versus Xbox did, or like 360 versus like late era PS3.
I mean, I hope Sony figures it out, but to be honest, there are a couple of choices out there that may be in a similar space that could figure it out. Mm-hmm. Apple is one for sure. Like, Apple Arcade seems to be heavily curated in a way that surfaces good games, and maybe they'll make choices with how their service is set up that services consumers better. And Stadia still exists. They just really need to get their shit together.
Stadia still exists.
Stadia
it
had
does.
the potential, I think, to really fuck shit up really for Microsoft and PlayStation, and they just severely fumbled the ball on that one.
Right.
I think Stadia invested too much capital into the system itself and not enough into creating like a sustainable marketplace for its games.
Well, like, also, like, Stadia as a service is just, like, unreliable currently, still. And they definitely have investments out there, or at least what they're talking about. And it's very clear that Stadia needs time if it's going to be anything. I just hope it doesn't become, like, one of those Google projects where they do it for a little while, don't find a lot of success, and then just give up. Like, if they're really wanting Stadia to be something, I hope they really stick to it.
Right. I hope it's not. Or you're hoping... Well, I guess we all are hoping that it's not like a Google Glass scenario where it's like it never really hits like mainstream production and then eventually just gets canned.
Right.
I would agree.
I miss the future where Google Glass was a thing and we were worried about people who were able to like blink and take screenshots of people. Wow, what a simpler time that was. Anyway.
I was just worried about how expensive it would be to get them cut to prescription.
Oh, yeah, fair. Valid. Fair and valid, but also, like, I don't mind wearing contacts under glasses, so I'm cool with it.
I mean, I don't either, but if I'm going to wear contacts under glasses, like, they might as well be some real badass glasses.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I put a screenshot of something in our show doc, and it was published in conjunction with an interview with Famitsu for Undertale's 5th anniversary. Toby Fox shared some images of the upcoming Deltarune Chapter 2. In the interview, he talked a little bit about the progress. It's moving faster than Chapter 1. The chapter outlines for the entire Deltarune projects, as well as first drafts for the dialogue of Chapter 2, are done, but it's going to be a little while before it's complete. And I put this here because, one, it's one of the first things we've seen out of Deltarune 2, and I really like the Doctor outfits. I think those are neat. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about like the idea of episodic RPG releases. Because, you know, Deltarune Chapter 1, when it came out, it was a pretty solid RPG that changed a bit of the formula. It was kind of refreshing to play, but also it came to its own natural ending point for Chapter 1 while still leaving room for more stuff to happen. And Don't Nod has also found success with the model with Life is Strange. And what's their new game called that's happening right now? Is it Tell Me Why?
Oh, is it? It might be. Let me find out.
The idea is that Don't Nod has had success with the model, and even like Square Enix with Final Fantasy 15, and to a lesser extent, Telltale, before they went under, actually have found some success with it. And so I wanted to ask you guys, who do you think could also take advantage of like an episodic release schedule?
So before we get there, it is Tell Me Why.
Yes, you are correct.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. They're also working on a game, Twin Mirror, which is out.
For sure.
They're still working on it. Mm. As far as it goes, the episodic effect the episodic like release system for RPGs, I think works for a lot of RPGs. I think it should also be avoided for several others. Because we all know at least one RPG we can name probably off the top of our head. It didn't get good. It didn't hook you until maybe like 20 hours in.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair.
So it could lead to development trying to push their hook early into the game, which could lose some of the character development that they usually go for early on.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think it's a pretty solid structure. I've seen episodic elements taken on a lot of different games. You and I have talked in the past about how some of Telltale's episodic games are some of my favorite. I still think Wolf Among Us is one of the best games ever made. So, I don't know. I think the episodic structure taken on RPGs could lead to a really interesting approach. I think it could keep people invested, possibly make more money than a regular $60 release, which can be important when some of these RPGs run like 100 hours and take like years of development. Years and years and years.
I'd actually be interested if like a Persona game, and this is like obviously a logistical nightmare, but if a Persona game was like released episodically, where since like each chapter is like character focused to begin with.
I was also gonna say Persona, honestly.
Because
there's just a lot of Persona. It's pretty intimidating as like a whole deal,
Yeah.
There's just a lot to Persona.
I think that they would need to add more content, which I know sounds crazy because Persona has like a goofy amount of content usually.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if they added a decent amount of content and actually released them like month by month, so it's like in June you're playing the month of June, and they actually reach for like year-long release times, that could be kind of interesting. I know that's like really long, but I don't know. For some reason it feels like it would work with Persona specifically.
Maybe like if you want to do it like I guess in time, I think like seasonal releases maybe a bit like cleaner in terms of like
so like
gameplay.
This semester you play fall or whatever, the next one you play spring, that kind of thing.
Right.
Well, we know with Persona 5 Royal they actually went for the trimester school year. They had the third semester added, so that could be a pretty good way to give it like a year-long release in 3 parts.
I'd like to see Atlas try it. I don't want them to do it with Shin Megami Tensei because, like, while those games use similar systems, they aren't structured the same way.
No.
But things that are, like, character-focused are definitely great choices for, like, episodic releases in terms of RPGs.
Did you ever play Lost Odyssey on 360? That game would have worked really well episodically.
I didn't, but I'd like to hear more about it.
Well, it's like 200 hours and it was like 4 discs, so there's way too much to cover, unfortunately, but pretty much every character got like a full like start to finish character arc. It's quite a lot of plot. I think if they had actually split it into like 4 episodes like per disc, 1 episode per disc, I think it would have been a much easier game to kind of digest than the like monolithic 200-hour monstrosity ended up being. It's a good game, but like Jesus Christ, I felt like I spent my whole life playing it. It wasn't easy either. It was a hard game.
Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if I'll... Well, I have things on my backlog. I'll add it to the list. I'll find it someday.
It was 360 only, so I don't know if you'll be able to find it.
Hopefully in the next couple of years we'll have a reliable 360 emulator. Or maybe it'll show up on Game Pass. Who knows?
It might show up on Game Pass.
Yeah, it really might show up on Game Pass. Who knows? That's the joy of Game Pass. Will it show up? Will it not show up? They are adding a lot of support for a lot of stuff. Because they're smart. And, like, at this point, like, literally the most value you're going to get out of any system is going to come from an Xbox.
Yeah, that's true.
And I say that as a diehard Nintendo fan, but, like, the value is not there, like, as far as I don't know, but long term, I don't know. I know what I mean, I'm not saying it right, though. Fuck.
Yeah, like, I think, like, as far as bang for your buck, like, I think that Microsoft Game Pass might be the Taco Bell of the video game world. I can't wait to see that collab.
Oh, God.
Actually. It's like, you got $10 in your pocket? For sure, man. Like,
you're gonna eat so much you'll throw up.
Exactly. Oh, man. Like, get ready to overwhelm your senses.
Get the $5 nacho box and 2 burritos, and you're gonna eat so much you're not gonna be able to sleep comfortably.
And you get a Baja Blast! A Mountain Dew! That's exactly where it goes. Microsoft and Mountain Dew.
Blasted.
Microsoft is trying to make something that'll Baja last.
The Taco Bell rings in the background.
I hate this. I hate this timeline.
So, I know it's like really off topic. I really want to go over the fact that they have 2 new flavors coming out.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a winter seasonal flavor that is apparently gingerbread flavored.
No! They're finally replacing the awful pomegranate flavor? Oh, thank fuck. If I have to review one more pomegranate flavored soda, I'm gonna scream.
So that leads me to the second flavor they're adding, which is going to be next year, and it's apparently a new permanent flavor. Pomegranate. No, it's watermelon.
I would have literally shot to the moon.
They're adding a watermelon permanent flavor called Major Melon. It has a watermelon wearing a military helmet with a cigar on it.
I hate that, and I love it, and I want it immediately. Oh my god.
They're also doing a Halloween flavor, but I was too shell-shocked by gingerbread flavor to really understand what it was.
Is it the voodoo? Is that the one they're re-releasing?
Oh yeah, I think it is.
I fucking hate the voodoo. It's not good. 0 out of 10 stars.
I miss Pitch Black.
Pitch Black was good.
Pitch Black was really good.
Welcome to Impossible Coin. We have opinions about Mountain Dew because we're real gamers.
Well, I'm on the wiki right now. You laugh, but there is a Mountain Dew wiki for the flavors.
Oh, I'm not questioning that. It's just the fact that you're there. Like, that's what's funny to me.
My brother found it like a month ago, and he unironically references it like every day.
For sure. Been there.
Yeah, I think he's a mod now. I think he's a moderator on the Mountain Dew wiki.
Oh my god. That's some dedication. Dedication? No.
We like our Mountain Dew over here. The biggest regret I'll ever have is I never got to try Pitch Black 2.
What do you mean you didn't get to try What do you mean you didn't get to... What?
Tegan, please finish your sentence.
How?
So, Pitch Black 2 was a flavor that Mountain Dew released for Halloween in October 2005, and it never came back. And it was apparently a different formula of Pitch Black that was only available for like 1 month in 2005.
Oh.
And I never got to try it.
I was gonna say, like, they had Pitch Black, like, a couple months ago, I want to say. Buy it for Dungeons and Dragons, because it's Alex's favorite flavor.
It was available at Speedway. This is not a Speedway plug, by the way.
It's okay. They
ripped a Pitch Black too.
I've tried all the Mountain Dew flavors. I wish Mountain Dew does to soda in America what Japan does to soda in Japan. And, like, I wish more soda companies would do that. Pepsi! Release the strawberry milk Pepsi in America! I am begging you. Release the strawberry milk Pepsi. I know you have the formula somewhere. Also, give us the salted watermelon flavor. Please. They're good. Fuck.
I just want to try that Coca-Cola and, like, black coffee.
I mean, it's an
I
experience.
do not know if it tastes good. I honestly do not care. If I'm drinking Coca-Cola and black coffee, it's most likely because I now have to work a 78-hour shift.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I would drink jet fuel if it worked.
That's such a retail mood.
Really
God, I
is.
hate working retail. I say that like I'm still working retail. I am not still working retail. Thank God.
Me either.
Considered it.
I'm salaried now, and it was the biggest scam of my life.
Your salary?
No, but he's abused at work. It's a whole
I
thing.
mean, pro tip, if your salary at your job, you're probably being abused at work.
No, yeah, I know that, but it was like, I didn't know what else to do. They offered me a job remote from home, working in the pandemic, and it was like, yeah, where else am I gonna go?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I don't
So-
blame you.
Yeah, I make like, it shakes out to like 17 an hour at like 40-hour weeks, but I'm working like 60-hour weeks.
That's not great.
No,
That's
not great.
really not great.
It's not.
I'm sure you could argue that.
Oh, I'm sure I could too, but I work for one of the largest companies on the planet, and I cannot name them because I am afraid that they will listen to this podcast. They're that big.
If they
Oh man, I'm
Whoa.
almost certain this company has actually listened to our podcast before.
Yeah.
What? We have companies listening to our podcast and we haven't got any brand
Oh.
deals? Is it because we're shitting on them?
It's mostly because our audience isn't big enough yet, but you didn't hear that from me.
So I don't know if a brand deal with this particular company would actually work for our audience, and if it does, I think we're actually targeting the wrong market.
That's fair. Yeah. I actually have one way that we may be able to expand our market. I have to do a little bit of background first. So, this past week, actually, literally yesterday at time of recording, we passed a holiday, National Video Games Day, which is apparently September 12th.
Also July 8th.
Also July 8th. Yeah, I'll come back to that.
Okay.
So, September 12th was National Video Games Day. Currently, all it's really used for is to shout out, like, video game adjacent shit. Some of them do it badly, like, I don't know, Doritos. But some of them do pretty well, like, say, Arby's, because Arby's usually has people that are paying attention to stuff like that. But here's the thing. Nobody knows why September 12th is National Video Games Day. We do know that it is registered with Chase's calendar, which all you really have to do is request a date to be recognized for some sort of thing, prove that you're a real organization, usually with a website and a mailing address so you could sign some forms, and then it's done.
I could make my birthday at like a day.
You can go for it, yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
yeah.
National Video Games Day has been September 12th since about 1997. Before that, it fluctuated between three other dates, September 10th, July 12th, and July 8th. July 8th being the first Video Games Day. Registered on 1991's calendar, registered in 1990. As far as anyone can tell, the initial registration for Video Games Day was made by a man named David Earl, associated with KidVid or Kid Video Productions. Nothing else is known about this man or this organization. For the most part, their documentation predates the existence of the internet. Not the existence, but like documentation on the internet, I suppose.
Major documentation on the internet.
That sounds so ominous.
Right, Tegan said. I have since reached out to Chase's calendar, and I am awaiting a response to gather more information about this man, David Earl, and I will report it on this show when it is available. However, I am interested, nay, determined to claim National Video Game Day as an actual holiday. And I don't know what kind of things we will do on National Video Game Day, but I will keep you all posted. And maybe it can be a real holiday as long as enough people are engaged with it.
I'll play any video game as long as they make it a labor holiday. I swear.
Yo, honestly, if we can get it on, like, make it a, quote, official holiday, which means it's recognized by national governments, that would be kind of dope. And there are technically enough gamers on the planet to do so. Like, depending on who you ask, there's somewhere between I think it's a 20th or a third of the world's population.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can mobilize enough people to get mad enough about National Video Games Day and the world just gets the day off, I would like to say that Impossible Coin was a part of that.
I would like that as well. I think it's a little too close to Labor Day. I think it could lead to a horrifying work week.
Fair enough.
So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you had extended hours because of Labor Day.
I worked a 4x12 this week. And if we cut the 12th out? That was a Saturday. But on some weeks, it could end up turning into like a 3x18? And I know they would.
My God.
I know they would make me do it. Like, that's the psychotic part about it. I know they would make me work an 18-hour day, and they would be like, "You technically have enough time to sleep."
Oh my God.
You know, I'm gonna say it. I work for United Healthcare, and I hate it, dude. I'm gonna shout them out. I do not even care. Fire me, send assassins, anything to release me from this job.
Please release me from this mortal coil. I am suffering.
Oh my God.
It pays the student loans, I guess, so, you know.
Does it, though? Does it really?
It does.
Or does it just
Yeah, it
pay
does.
the interest?
Ugh.
Ugh.
I am also interested in claiming both July 8th and September 12th as like video game days, except instead of being National Video Game Day and like Video Game Day, maybe it's more like Video Game Solstice and Video Game Equinox. I don't know. I just like the idea of celebrating equinoxes. I think it's neat.
It's like how E3 used to be like Gamer Christmas or whatever.
Yeah!
I miss Gamer Christmas.
Yeah.
Gamer Christmas has been too long this year.
Gamer Christmas is all year long now, Tegan.
No, I don't like that. Do not like that. Pass. I want my one holiday, please. I cannot. Please don't make me go to both my mom's and my dad's. I can't handle this. I can't handle that emotional manipulation.
Gamer Christmas this year is when you get the handwritten letter on parchment paper written in blood from Sony that allows you to stand in line to pre-order one of the PlayStations, but they will not tell you which.
They will not tell you which, and if they sell out before you get there, oh well. Fucking
If
hell.
they sell out before you get there, they execute you, so the news is never delivered.
Oh my god.
It feels so
Amazing.
clandestine. I have never seen a pre-order launch that is this weird.
It's so weird. It's so weird. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm gonna have to beat up an old lady in a parking lot or something. I'll do it, but I don't like it.
There it is. Oh, 100%. She's getting her ass beat. I will not enjoy it.
You gotta remember to sweep the leg. Sweep the leg, make it quick, and then move on.
I don't, can I sweep the leg when she's got a tripod? I think I could just, like, hip tap her and she'd go down.
Just go for the peach side B.
I mean, you never know. That titanium hip might have, like, spokes on it.
Fair, okay. This is stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Tegan, do you have other stupid things to talk about?
I have lots of stupid things to talk about. Where do you want to start?
It's up to you.
Amen.
Dealer's choice.
We'll just start at the top. My downstairs flooded again!
It's starting at the bottom.
We're starting at the
Nailed it.
bottom, we're going up to the good stuff.
And now we're here. Yeah.
The bad stuff is that periodically, and I can say this now because it's the third time it's happened since March started. Periodically, what happens is, instead of my washing machine draining into my sewer line like it is supposed to, it drains, and then all of the water comes up out of my sewer line into my downstairs toilet! And goes all over the floor! And all over the carpet! And it's miserable! It stinks! And it's awful! But usually it's just like whatever was in my washing machine, so it's a lot of lint and soap. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The last two times, we caught it at the very beginning. Like, after the first, like, wash, pre-rinse sort of deal. This time, I ran the washing machine overnight. So we had 2 full washer loads of water on the floor. It was awful. We didn't find out until midway through the day on Thursday that there was just water all over our floor. It was great. And so we called the drain guys, who came out twice already, and the last time they came out, they pulled out 4 feet of fucking roots from my sewer line, which was fun. Yeah, I know, Nico. And then we were like, well, maybe there's more roots. Maybe they just didn't maybe there's more roots. And they went in, and sure as shit, there were more roots. Not as many roots as last time, but there were enough that it was stupid, and they did it again for free, because they were like, we probably just didn't go out further enough the second time we came out. It's obviously not your fault. Like, we went all the way out to the fucking street this time. You should be good. And I'm just like, and then they're like, if you're not good, if it happens again, just give us a call and request that they bring a camera. And I'm like, okay. But the guy's really chill. The guy he's come out literally every time I've had to call. He's been one of the guys on the call. And he's like, oh yeah, tell me about the video games that are coming out. Like, what's up?
He's gonna end up becoming a close family friend.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna be at your anniversary.
God.
He'll be at your children's wedding.
At this fucking rate, man. Like, I swear to God. Because last time they were like, well, we'll probably see you in about a year. Like, that's about how long it takes for the roots to grow back. Like, you should hear a gurgle in that downstairs toilet, and that'll give you a heads up. You just schedule an appointment then, and we'll just come right out. No big deal. No water on your floor. And I was like, nice. And then it happened again. And I was upset. And I'm like, it's not anyone's fault. This is stupid.
Do you live in a haunted forest? Like, why are there so many roots?
I do. I live in the haunted woods. That's the only reason I've been able to be the warlord of Ohio or whatever the heck. But anyway, so that was a thing.
Poltergeist.
Right? So then Alex went out and he bought me, this is I keep saying it's my birthday present, but my birthday isn't for several months. He bought me a shop vac so that we could vacuum up a lot of the water that was on the floor, because wow, there was a lot of water on the floor. And then later the same night, my dad bought me a dehumidifier.
What a mood.
Yeah, right? And he's like, well, here you go. This is the unit we have at our house. It's nice. And I'm like, cool. But
shop vacs are badass.
Shop vacs are loud! Have you
yeah.
ever heard the song by one Jonathan Colton called Shop Vac? If you haven't, you should listen to it. It's so accurate to everything.
I've operated a shop vac, but I will then listen to the song. I'll compare my own notes.
It's so loud. It is so... I will turn the shop vac on. Y'all can hear how loud it is. It's so fucking loud. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so that was my Thursday and Friday and Saturday. It was a good time. In between that, though, we did do some other stuff, which was important. Number one, on Thursday, Alex came into my... Nintendo announced that Hyrule Warriors 2 is coming, and it's canon because it's pre-Calamity Breath of the Wild. Hyrule Warriors 2, The Calamity, I think is what it's called. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's canon. The problem is it's canon, which means all our Patreon listeners can enjoy my updated rant on the Legend of Zelda official timeline as what Nintendo says it is versus what it actually should be, and hopefully the pre-Calamity content will provide some additional insights as to where Hyrule Warriors, fucking
Breath of the Wild.
Yep, that one should go in the timeline, because we'll get some running around in regular Hyrule. But also this means that if Hyrule Warriors 2 is canon, then there's a high possibility that Hyrule Warriors 1 is canon, so I have to replay that one and decide whether or not it's canon. I'm upset, because Nintendo originally said Hyrule Warriors is not canon.
No.
But now they're making a Hyrule Warriors game that is canon.
Yes.
That's not fair.
Right.
What if whenever Nintendo gets their stuff together on the Nintendo Cinematic Universe and they somehow prove that Smash Bros. Is canon? Where do you think that will end up on the timeline?
Oh, God.
It's actually a prequel that takes place before any of the universes exist.
No, it can't. It's got to be something that's intermittent throughout, because different links show up in Smash.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. It takes place. It is the progenitor to all timelines, and it takes place by characters periodically getting removed
abducted
from their own timelines and moved into this alternate timeline that runs at a parallel to the rest of them.
So what you're saying is, Majora's
No
Mask
further
Link...
questions.
Majora's Mask Link isn't the same Link as Ocarina of Time Young Link, specifically because Ocarina of Time Young Link was abducted to take part in the fighting tournament that is Super Smash Brothers. Is that what you're saying? Is that what
So
you're
what
trying
I'm
to
saying
argue here?
is, Ocarina of Time ends, right?
Yep.
We all were there. We saw it end. You beat fucking Ganon with a bottle if you're good at video games, and then you're done.
Naturally.
And then the timeline splits. And in one timeline, he goes and does all the cool Majora's Mask stuff, which was the best. In the other timeline, he goes and he fights Mario on top of Hyrule Castle. And he beats his ass 3 stocks.
Okay, but hold on. I have a question about Toon Link. Toon Link was introduced in Wind Waker. They also seem to be present in both Spirit Tracks and... Tegan, there's another one?
Minish Cap.
Minish Cap.
Yeah, Minish Cap. You could argue Minish Cap.
Which of those do you think is the Toon Link that appears in Super Smash Bros. Brawl? And is that the same Toon Link that appears in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
I do believe, based on the taunts, Super Smash Bros. Brawl's Link is Wind Waker Link, because I think one of his taunts is he pulls out the Wind Waker.
Okay.
Which would make him the same Link as the Link in Phantom Hourglass, which is the grandfather to the Link that is Spirit Tracks Link.
Okay,
wait, so maybe his son is the one that shows up in, like, Wii U Smash Bros?
Possibly.
No, Wii U Smash Bros. Is Spirit Tracks Link, and let me tell you how. So y'all saw Back to the Future 3, right?
No.
Okay, well,
Tegan,
in Back
Tegan
to the
watch movies.
Future 3, Tegan, they managed to get a steam-powered or actually, I think it's coal-powered, but they get a locomotive
coal-powered.
up to 88 miles per hour, and it travels backwards in time, or forwards in time, rather.
Forward,
So that's what happened in Spirit Tracks. I will not elaborate further. Argue with the wall.
I will argue with a wall, because, like, what? What the fuck?
Point is, Zelda timeline updates are forthcoming.
Yep, I will try to have it prepped and ready for release in January. The game itself doesn't come out until November, and so I figure, like, November time will be my time to play it. December, obviously, we do Game of the Year prep and the Netflix Cinematic Christmas Universe, and then January, when Game of the Year releases, is when I will also probably have that prepped to record and then release sometime around them.
Can't wait for that Netflix Christmas.
Hopefully. We'll see. And then maybe Nintendo will fucking announce another Zelda game in the meantime, and I could absolutely lose my shit over the trailers of that game also. So
They'll make one announcement, it'll be one sentence, and it'll just say that Ocarina of Time is no longer canon. And they'll block anybody that tweets at them. They'll
just immediately block me. I'll be like, "Excuse me, Nintendo, a comment," and they'll just block me on every social media ever. And then I'll be like, "This is because you don't care about your own video games the way that I do. You don't love our son." And they're like, "It's not even your kid."
And then Reggie will tweet, "This is why I quit." And it's like, how long has this been in development?
Oh my god.
How long have they known?
I would absolutely... Oh, they'd know a long time. It'd be upsetting. I'd be upset.
Tweet Super Mario Sunshine is part of the Legend of Zelda canon.
Oh my god.
I mean, we'd have to... Does Mario use the Flood in any of the Smash Brothers games? Because we would have to consider it.
He does.
In 2 of them, I think. Wii U / 3DS and Ultimate.
Well, there you go. You gotta consider it now.
It's his up B, right?
I say you, like anyone other than I am
down
gonna
B.
be considering it.
Up B's the jump punch.
Sorry, I hold my GameCube controller upside down.
Shut up. Tegan, you're telling us about the best game.
I am telling you about the best game. It is Spiritfarer. I played a lot more Spiritfarer. It's the best game?
Okay.
The only game.
Oh, strong words.
We'll see. You decide. Play the game. Play the game, you decide.
Okay.
So I have almost everybody. I know I'm missing one person, for sure. I don't know how to get him. I'm missing a power to get him. It's okay. But, I had some feelings. Brian, you weren't here, but last week I talked about Spiritfarer and how it's about, like, death and grief and helping people move on and that sort of thing. And I think I experienced the best storyline in that game. And the best part is, it's my other friend who's playing this game thinks it's the worst one. And so that's why I think maybe this game is the best game. And it is Atul's storyline. Atul is Stella, who's the main character. That's her uncle. And he comes on the boat. And the way he leaves the boat is very good, I think. I think it's the best one. I think it's the one that makes the most sense. And it's just ironic to me that it's the one that she got the most upset about. She was like, I haven't played this game in a week because I'm so upset about it. And I'm like, okay, well, I think it was really good, so.
So I do have to play it for Game of the Year, fine.
You do! Yeah, you do! And, like, Brian Cartwright Brian, who is maybe listening to this and maybe putting in Lori Ipsum fucking dialogue instead of an actual show summary just to drive me up a wall.
Dear Lord.
Brian should also play this game, but he will be you want to know a game that's gonna make you fucking depressed, Brian? It's not gonna be Dead Girl Simulator The Last of Us 2. It's gonna be Spiritfarer, and I can't wait to hear it rip your heart out, because it's good!
Tegan, I do want to be specific here. You are talking to Arizona Brian Cartwright, or do you mean to recommend Spiritfarer to all Brian Cartwrights, both foreign and domestic?
I feel like it is specifically targeted at Brian Cartwright, who is located in Arizona, but I feel like the emotional ripples that Brian Cartwright, who lives in Arizona, will emit into the Brian sphere will make them all have a feeling, and I don't know what that feeling will be.
Fair enough.
I don't either, but I'm not looking forward to it.
You're not in the Brian Cartwright sphere, you're just in the Brian sphere.
She meant the Cartwrights.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
Yeah, there are several Brian Cartwrights that are in contact with our Brian Cartwright because he got the Prime email address. So he's been getting various Brian Cartwright's email for years, possibly a decade or so now.
It's great. He got one of theirs, like, doctor information. He gets someone else's billing, like...
He gets responses from, like, one of their congressmen.
Yep.
It's a whole
It's
thing.
a good time. It's hilarious. Honestly, I wish there were more Tegan Somersets in the universe so I could have that problem.
I am the only Brian Hennessy. I have established my dominance. There was one other Brian Hennessy, and he is now Brian Shaughnessy.
Oh.
No further question.
There is one other Tegan Somerset, but she does not live anywhere near me, and I am bummed. I want to be... But she got a promotion, I think I commented on it like a year ago, and I was very excited for her.
Well, that's good for her.
Yeah. We're, like, connected on LinkedIn and stuff, because I was like, how weird can I make this? Let's be friends, like, on the internet, on the business networking social media website, because why not? And she was like, okay. She accepted my request, I don't know what to tell you.
It's her loss.
It's my game. Uh-huh. But yeah, Spiritfarer, best game? We'll decide. We will decide.
We'll find out.
The Council of Three will convene in January and make a choice. And I'm thinking it's gonna be in that top 10 at the end. Assuming we even do that format anymore.
That's right. We need to figure out what this fucking format's gonna be. God damn it.
A very special game is coming out on the 17th of September that will solidify Rocky's pick for Game of the Year.
Oh?
Yes. But we'll get to that point. Continue.
We'll get there. Okay. Also, I guess the other fun news from me is in the year of our Lord and Savior 2020, where everything is hell, I joined a Minecraft server.
Okay.
And everyone on it is better than me at Minecraft. Literally everyone is better than me. I'm so bad at Minecraft. Literally, we were on for like 4 hours the other day, and everyone was like, I already found redstone. I've got 30 diamonds. I'm setting up my auto farm. And I was like, I found a bunch of brick, and I made a brick house on a mountain.
Sounds like you're winning. That sounds baller as hell.
I made it, like, far away from everybody. It's in the snow. It's like a cabin, a nice little cabin in the woods sort of deal. Or I guess, like, what is it? A cottage in the mountains. That's, like, the nice way to say a cabin in the woods. I have, like,
Cottagecore.
I've got some sheep. I made myself a nice rug. Like, I put up some art. like dumb. It's all dumb. And they're like, yeah, I got my auto farmer and I made it to the nether and we're gonna go fight the end dragon. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's not a race, guys.
I mean, as long as you're having fun building your cabin and hanging out with your sheep, does it really matter if you build like a working PCB in Minecraft? Like, just, like, fuck. Is that fun for some people?
I did make, to be fair, I do have unlimited colored wool now. Because I dyed my sheep. And then I bred the dyed sheep. And so now I have all the wool colors. So if anybody needs some fucking colored wool, they can just come over and harvest my sheep.
The fuck did you dye them with? That it was like genetic.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know, it's weird.
This
I
is
dyed
the
them with
question.
radium.
I'd like to breed some like tie-dye sheep, like where they just like naturally grow out tie-dye.
Dude, if that was an ability in boring Minecraft, I would have already done it. It's amazing.
I hope there's a mod. Like, if any, hit me with your best sheep dyeing Minecraft mods, people. I want to see them.
Please do, because it works in some versions of Minecraft and not in others. But I put red dye on one sheep, and then I put blue dye on the other sheep, and then I was like, now kiss. And when they kissed, they made a purple sheep. It's great. Mwah, beautiful.
Oh,
so then I had a baby purple sheep running around. It was
Looks
perfect.
like learning my color wheel in 2nd grade is really gonna pay off.
Yeah, but with sex.
Don't tell my kindergarten teacher.
They gotta learn sometime. May as well be from me. Wait, maybe not. Hang on.
Might as well be from Minecraft.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. So that was fun. Oh, and there's gonna be I'm in a stunning turn of events that I'm excited for. The team behind Nier Automata has announced 2 events coming up. The first event is called A Decent Amount of New Info, and it's on September 24th, and it's going to be at 9 a.m. my time and 6 a.m. Pacific time, which is awesome because I will be awake for it. The next event is happening 2 days later on September 26th, and it's called There's No New Info in This One. Which is just the best way to name anything ever. So, we'll be talking about that, at the end of the month, beginning of October. End of the month.
Yeah.
We'll be there, talking about it at the end of the month.
Definitely gonna watch both.
Yeah, gonna watch both. I think I'm gonna guess that the no new info one is gonna be like updates on the Nier Orchestra performances and like that kind of thing.
Sounds like a safe bet.
Yeah, maybe some info on like a potential additional like Final Fantasy dungeon thing or whatever.
I think it'll just be trailers for stuff. You know, like they'll announce like certain things, and then like the no new info one is just like visuals.
I would believe also that it's like, here are the updated dates for the orchestra stuff that was canceled, or like, here is what we're giving you instead. Which seems fair.
Hope they announce a new game.
Yeah. I want to know about the redo, the reboot, the remake.
Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a Nier remake.
I want that info. I want that hot info. They've been releasing character designs on the Twitter for it. Oh, they're good. They're cute. I'm very happy.
Over there on the Twitters.
Over there on those tweeters. They let the birds out and they tweet about things, I believe, is how that works.
Oh my god, free the birds.
Yeah,
the birds work for the bourgeoisie.
No, obviously the birds work for the government, but they're not real birds.
The birds work for us now. And so I actually am going to move on to my point, because this is a really good segue.
Yeah, thanks. I crafted it myself. I put it on my crafting table and served it up just for you.
Piping hot. I really appreciate it. So, and in the show doc, there's going to be a Steam link to this game that Rocky and I found while just shooting the breeze and moving through Steam. It's called Wingspan. And I'm going to read the description to you. It's for anybody that may not know, this is actually an adaptation of the board game, which won several awards.
Mm-hmm.
Up to 5 players compete to build a nature preserve in a limited number of turns. And you do that by collecting and playing bird cards, and then you acquire points by having your birds either store food, activate their unique abilities, or lay eggs. And all of the birds are real birds. There is plenty of fun facts in here for bird enthusiasts on every card, as well as...
I am a bird enthusiast.
Rocky's a bird enthusiast. I'm a slut for card games, guys.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like a lot of people are bird enthusiasts now, just because a lot of people are like, oh, look, There's a thing, and it exists in the outside, where I cannot go.
Like. There are 4 rounds. You accumulate points with the things that we talked about, right? And you play your bird cards using food resources to play them, as well as eggs. And your birds, from left to right, chain their effects if you're smart enough to activate those. And so ultimately, the idea is to win the most points within those 4 rounds, and you win. So it's competitive, but there's very few ways that you can actually mess with your opponent. So it's competitive in the sense that you just do what you do, and then you beat other people who are also doing what they do. And it's touted as a very, very relaxing experience. The music is mostly ambient sounds with nature and bird songs in the background.
You can listen to it right now on Steam.
Yeah, the Steam page is playing a live broadcast of the soundtrack.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it is. The backgrounds that you play your cards on are beautifully hand-painted landscapes. Honestly, this game just looks so relaxing, and it looks good for strategy enthusiasts. It looks like there's a lot of potential there. While hoping to eliminate some of the competition that can come from card games, some of that really ugly competition.
And it'll be out the day after this episode drops, the 17th of September, on Steam for PC and Mac. There is supposed to be a Switch release. There is a listing on the eShop. You can't buy it right now. According to their Discord, the devs have said that they don't have an ETA for the Switch release yet, but it is their number 2 priority after getting this PC Mac release out, and they expect it to be out a few weeks after Steam.
I mean, that makes sense. This is really chill music. What the heck?
Teagues, if you want to play this on stream, I'm going to play this on stream at some point, because it seems dope.
Yeah, we could stream against each other. Well, I guess all 3 of us could stream against each other because we got 1 to 5 players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I get really competitive with card games, but not in an ugly way.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. I think you are lying to me, sir.
Brian's actually a really good competitor.
Yeah, I don't gloat. I'm not a sore loser when it comes to card games. I've been playing games like Magic since I was single-digit age, since I was 8, I think. So it's one of those things. I've had the bad sportsmanship beaten out of me in card games over the course of my life. Not physically, God, but...
Are you sure?
Yeah. At this point, I can play even really competitive card games without getting upset. And so I'm very excited to play one that's finally designed to be relaxing. Where the whole goal is to not get upset. I think it might be good for my blood pressure.
I cannot guarantee that I won't get upset.
That's fair.
That's fair. Wait till you see my Hawk Seagull deck.
Oh my god.
All we do is gather food and lay eggs.
I'm really looking forward to synergies. I hope Robins are really big. Also Falcons. I'd love to play a Robin Falcon deck. That just seems like fun.
It does. So I've done some research into the strategy behind the actual physical board game, and it looks like one of the key strategies that most people end up falling into is creating a solid flow rounds 1 through 4, and then spending the majority of round 4 just chain spamming egg laying to try to rack up points at the very end. I'm interested to see if that is still the strategy, because the video I watched was a little dated, and the board game's been around for a while. So I'm interested to see if that is still the move.
I'm down for the bird game meta. The bird card game meta. Let's go.
Bird card strategy meta. Which I guess leads me to my next point, which is also card games. Surprise. They released a new expansion for The Legends of Runeterra, which is the League of Legends card game for anyone who may not be familiar with it. And the new expansion is for the Targon region, and it includes several new champions, including Leona, Diana, Lulu, Tarek, Nocturne. I'm probably missing one. Trundle.
Wait, Tarek is from the same place that Moon people are from? The Moon people. Listen to me, I'm a professional.
The Lunari.
Yeah.
And the Solari, yes. Oh, also Aurelian Soul is in this expansion before someone bites my head off.
He's from space, that's not the same.
He is from space, and it isn't the same, but they added him in this expansion. He actually represents a small card faction that is part of Targon as an expansion, but also uniquely separate, in that they are the Celestials.
What the fuck? That seems like it's cheating.
Celestials kind of fit into most decks, depending, because it draws from a unique card pool. So there are a few Celestial cards, but most Celestial cards use an ability called Invoke, which allows you to pull random Celestial cards from a hidden second hand.
Why not just give the Celestial cards their own deck, though?
Because they've managed to work Celestial as like a secondary that can fit into any other deck.
Ah, okay. I don't like that either, but oh well.
Since the game is limited to 2 faction types, like per deck, you can only run a double faction deck. Celestials add the ability to kind of mix in third faction. Not always in a great way, but it can.
Fine.
So this expansion added quite a bit, which has really thrown off the balance of the game, as well as made some of the older deck builds completely obsolete. So that's not great as far as balance, and that's kind of right in line with the way Riot tends to balance their things. But what I can say...
By not balancing them at all and just destroying it where it stands?
Exactly.
Yeah, that seems good.
Well, what I can say about the Targon expansion is that it is fun. It is some of the most fun I've had playing Runeterra since launch, and I've been playing since the early beta. The new variety, the new abilities, it just leads to a whole lot of variety. Previous builds that used to be kind of shit, like Shen and his support structure, now work incredibly well when paired with things like Lulu, who also uses support. Honestly, it's a good expansion as far as figuring out what makes this game fun. I think players who really enjoy the ranked experience will not like it as much. It also did an interesting thing where on launch for the first week, they had a mode where you could go in and play one of 6 pre-made decks that use the new mechanics. That way you could try out a fully fleshed out deck with the new Targon systems without ever having to spend any actual money or grind. So that was nice. As far as that goes, I don't really have any other news regarding Runeterra. They're going for a really interesting new release schedule where they're going to be doing a small update every month with like 1 or 2 champions and like 30 cards, as opposed to these big expansions. It's really unclear how that'll affect balance, though. I feel like a month is nowhere near the amount of time you need to balance a trading card game with over 200 cards. And that's just going to get more and more as we go.
I mean, this is Riot.
This is Riot, so we know that they don't care about balance and they're not actually going to try it all. But if they did, I think it'd be hard.
It'd be nice if they cared enough to try, you know? Not that they don't, I don't want to say that they don't care entirely. They just, they're more excited about new players than they are, like new champions than they are about making the old champions fun.
I would agree.
Right.
And I think that's entirely so that you have to buy the new champions.
In this case, you can grind for them. Well, just like in regular League, right? It's a little easier in Runeterra, rather.
Mm-hmm.
The last expansion, though, Bilgewater, was excellent, and I thought the balance was it was chef's kiss. It was really good. I had no problems with that. Targon feels a little iffy, especially with this new release structure, so I'm really curious to see if they actually care about balance or if it's just been a beautiful mistake. I also wanted to talk about Spellbreak, which I'm sure a lot of our listeners have at least heard of at this point, since it's kind of blowing up everywhere. It's a new battle royale in third person where you play as a wizard, and it's been really blowing up on Twitch. It's been blowing up kind of everywhere. It feels like I'm playing against bots. I don't know how else to describe it. Rocky, you feel similarly, right?
Yeah, like I played a couple of games and it was pretty easy. And like while like the tools that I'm given are obviously deep, the gameplay doesn't seem to request that much of me.
No.
And so like when I'm fighting people, they'll occasionally throw a couple like fireballs or whatever, but then I usually kill them without much problem. And I'm not sure if that really should be how this game works.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I played my first game today, my first and only game so far, but I've been kind of following along on its release schedule. I've been watching it on Twitch. And I believe you drop in with 45 other people on the solo play. Is that right, Rocky? Or was it 40? It was 40 something, right?
It's like 45 or 42. I can't remember which.
Okay, well, you drop in with the low 40s. And in my first match, with just some of the knowledge I picked up by watching streamers, but no actual gameplay experience, I picked up 9 kills and the W. I won my first match convincingly. I only had to heal myself once.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Huh.
It felt like I played against bots. I know they're real people because they had some offensive names.
That's how you tell a real person from a bot. How offensive is your name?
Their name will say some sort of slur in it with a bunch of like symbols, or it'll look like Soren Kierkegaard's name, where it's just nothing is a real letter. And ultimately, I beat them all with what seemed like, and I've been conversing with Rocky about this, it seems like maybe the best build in the game at the moment, which is to run Conduit, the lightning spells, with Frost, the ice spells, and you can essentially stun someone and then line up a long charge time sniper shot and kill them in one shot. And that's all I did. Very easy. 10 out of 10. I recommend everybody picks this game up because I would love some real competition. It is also receiving an update tomorrow. They do not sponsor us, let me make that clear. But they are receiving an update tomorrow, 9v9 Clash as well as duos. So maybe that'll bring some much needed challenge to the game, because otherwise Rocky and I are just going to run duos, guys. We're just going to smoke everyone we see.
I mean, it sounds like hard. It's a good, like an easy game for most people to pick up, so you'd think that would be like a benefit.
It is insanely easy. It also has one of the, what's the best word? Forgiving? One of the most forgiving drop rates I've ever seen in a battle royale in my life. If Apex had drop rates and like drop consistently even half as good as Spellbreak, I would probably be like Apex Predator right now. Because it feels like I always get the good stuff. Rocky, you've played more Spellbreak. Would you like to comment on that as well?
I think the drop rates are very generous. And maybe that's cool for people like getting used to this stuff, but it doesn't really feel competitively balanced at all.
Not at all. In my first match, I had all legendary items, which would be the equivalency of running all golds in Apex. It's something that doesn't make any sense to people who play other battle royales because it shouldn't.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right to me, and I don't play any battle royales.
Oh, that reminds me, Hypnospace Outlaw is doing a special mode this week where all the weapons are gold, so they're just going to run that for a week. However that feels, I guess.
That sounds fun. I found that in Spellbreak, the most important item is going to be neither one of your weapons, but your actual ability, which you have to pick up on the fly. In my first game, I managed to find one of the like legendary chests, which should be like high contention, like you should have to fight your way to get them, but I never did, which is another alarming point of the game. And I found the ability to detect other players on a 4-second cooldown, so I literally hunted the rest of the map for my W. Very fun. Would recommend. I had a blast playing it. As easy as it was, it feels really fun. There might be some sort of hidden MMR, and eventually Rocky and I will require both halves of our brain to win a match, but at the moment, it does not feel that way. So, I noticed it wasn't here in the show doc. I'm curious if you guys talked about every point regarding it, but the new NVIDIA cards.
We talked a little bit about them last week.
I see. Did you guys talk about the AMD announcement? I'm doing finger quotes. We don't have cameras.
No, we didn't.
But let me talk about that for a moment. AMD, who everybody's had their eye on because the new 30 series cards are not only priced hyper competitively, but they may be the greatest leap in graphics at least in this decade. There is evidence to point to it being the biggest jump in graphics since 2004, so 16 years. So everybody's been wondering what AMD is going to do, because they've been talking up their new RDNA 2 cards for a while, saying that they're going to blow NVIDIA away. They made a deal to install them in both the PS3 and PS5 and Xbox Series X. Sorry,
no, the PS3 and the PS3 and the 360. You were 100% correct. Keep going.
They will install them in those for you and ship it to your house. So everybody's been curious what exactly is going on there. So AMD finally announced that they were going to reveal some more information. Some of you may remember that happened on, I believe, the 8th? It was the 8th or the 9th. And
that sounds right to me.
And they announced that on October 8th, they would be announcing their new CPUs. And they also announced that in late October, 24th, I believe, they will be announcing their new graphics card. A full month after the launch of the 3080 and nearly 3 weeks after the latest launch, which will be the 3070. So I'm not sure what AMD's got cooking up, but whatever it is, they must feel really confident in it to release their cards a full month after NVIDIA's hit the market. Either that or they really got screwed. Have you guys been following graphics card as closely as I have?
Not as closely.
I don't follow anything. I barely follow this show.
That tracks.
I mean, it sounds on brand. I do a lot of work for the show. I just, I don't want to say it because I don't want to sound like a nerd.
That's fine. I think Rocky and I specifically, he cares more about consoles and I care more about PC. Together our knowledge combines to form one well-informed gamer.
Excellent.
Yeah. So anytime PC information comes up, I discuss it with him, and he usually just kind of goes like, because he does not follow the announcements. In this case, though, I'm worried. AMD really seems to have dropped the ball on this one. I don't think they expected the NVIDIA cards to release so soon after the announcement or be as powerful as they were. I think they may actually be scrambling pretty hard.
Oof. That's always rough.
It is. We were very excited too after the last gen where AMD managed to release CPUs a little more powerful than Intel and graphics cards that competed with NVIDIA, which led to lower prices all the way across the board. And in this case, it looks like NVIDIA's low prices are directly competing with the 360, the Xbox Series X and the PS5. Sorry, I just want to say an Xbox name that makes sense in my mind instead of Series X.
Yeah, there's no way. Xbox did a bad job naming this gen, and I would like to have a conversation with the person in charge of naming this gen. And, I don't just want to talk. I want to know, the in-depth, actual reasoning behind it, because, this is confusing for consumers. It's going to be confusing for people who are trying to place the orders for these things. I don't understand. I get you're trying to be this is a whole family of consoles and that whole thing, but there's a better way to do it.
I'm about to break this news story wide open, Tegan. Nobody specifically named these things. They were named by committee or algorithm.
Yeah, I need to know that algorithm. I need to know that committee. I need to have a conversation with the person that programmed that. Or
Tegan's
whatever.
Gonna have a conversation with DeepMind or some shit.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking.
She's gonna have to play chess against Deep Blue to understand how the Xbox was named.
I'm gonna fight God at this rate over the Xbox naming convention.
She will have to attack and dethrone God.
And then I will rule the Microsoft space. PC gamers will rise up at my bidding.
But the reason I'm so curious about what the actual specs regarding these AMD graphics cards is. Because the RDNA 2 cards, or at least a variant on them, are what's going to be powering the new Xbox and PlayStation. So knowing what the specs are in relation to the PC builds will give us a decent understanding of the power difference that 360 and the PS5 will have from current gen consoles.
It's not the 360.
I'm not going to correct myself anymore.
I hate to tell you, it's really not the 360. You are
360 is competing with those new NVIDIA 30 series cards, which are also going to be RTX NVIDIA 360s.
God damn it. I have an idea. Let's stop naming our computer-powered devices after, like, circle degrees. Can we stop that?
No, I can't wait for the Nintendo 900 to come out.
Oh my god.
The Nintendo Switch 900 Pro is what's going to be called.
Well, originally the NVIDIA cards weren't named after circle degrees until they got to the 1080s. And then they decided to jump series by the thousands to get a more consistent naming structure. So they've kind of been stuck in that. But they used to have weird names. I miss those days. It'd be like the 1660 GX. And it's like, okay, I don't know what the hell a 1660 GX is. Or why it's much less powerful than a 1080.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Nope. That's just not how numbers work.
Like, the Xbox One X, bad name. Xbox Project Scorpio, way better name. You should have just kept Project Scorpio. I know that's like the code name. Doesn't matter, that's the cool name. That was the cool name, it should have stayed.
Beats Series X.
Yeah, we went from 1X to Series X. Like, that's their plan. The series is the evolution.
Yeah, the series is the evolution. And if you want the series to be the evolution, that's fine. But you have to start the series off with a completely different naming convention so that all of your series consoles, like, even if they play all the same games as the previous consoles, you need my mother, who knows nothing about video games, needs to be able to go into a store at holiday time and say, I want the Xbox S, or whatever, and be able to pick up the correct console because she's going to get the wrong one and her kid's going to be fucking sobbing and it's going to be a whole nightmare, and then that mother is never going to buy an Xbox system again because it's too much of a hassle to figure out the right fucking name for it.
Yeah.
Okay, Tegan, I want you to save a little bit in the tank because we do have time to yell about Xbox later in our news section.
God, I just want to yell about it now!
Okay, so let's do the news. Hey everyone! I know that news is normally where we're supposed to go here, and there is, rousing music with horns or whatever, but we're not doing that today. Instead, I'm here to tell you about a couple of things Impossible Coin is able to offer. First, we appreciate you downloading this podcast. It is available wherever podcasts are found, on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Tiki, can you hit SoundCloud real quick?
Yeah, fuck SoundCloud. They make our upload schedule a nightmare.
Thank you. But we are also on Patreon, where you can get access to our show notes, our watch-alongs, and other premium content, like audio essays, Zelda timelines, and whatnot. And you can find that at patreon.com/Impossible Podcast. It is not /Impossible Coin. I know that's confusing. We are definitely working on it. But once again, it is patreon.com/Impossible Coin Podcast. Tegan, you have our first story.
I do have our first story. We're talking about Ninja. Not the cool Naruto kind.
Boo.
Unfortunately, we're talking about the Twitch streamer,
Who
Tyler.
says racial slurs.
You mean Mr. Blevins?
Yeah, Mr. Blevins. He has enough money, I think we have to call him Mr. Blevins or Mr. Ninja. Like, vote now on your phones. Are we calling him Mr. Blevins or Mr. Ninja?
I want to meet a kid that walks up to him and
You
calls
can
him
call
Mr.
me what
Ninja.
you want, but you can't call me bro.
Mr. Ninja, can you please teach me how to stream? I want to be good at it, but I also don't want to say the racial slurs. Anyway.
And then he jumps his Bentley up on the curb and tries to hit the kid.
Yeah, right?
Jesus,
Fucking hell.
simpleton.
So, Tyler Ninja is back on Twitch. Yay! He signed a new multi-year exclusivity deal with Twitch for an unknown amount of money. But I believe, remember when he signed with Mixer? That it was like, oh god, what was it, like $13 million or some shit? Some bullshit number.
$30 million.
$30 million? You know it's gotta be big money. Like,
It's no longer real numbers. He signed for, and it's like a graph of money.
it's what is it? An asymptote. The amount of money he's going to be earning from Twitch is becoming an asymptote. Like,
That's
fuck.
a good dig, Teagues. Fucking asymptote.
Thanks.
I always knew you were a nerd. I always believed.
I am a huge nerd. I used to be really, really good at math. I'm still really good at math. That's a lie. I'm still really good at math.
Let's go, Teagues.
They no longer pay him in dollar amounts.
I'm not sure if he did get the big bucks on this deal. I think he will make more money than any of us can reasonably hope to make in the next couple of years. However,
lifetime.
He did turn down 2 very lucrative deals with Facebook Gaming and YouTube. And both of those like deals were publicized. I mean, sure, like Facebook and YouTube didn't come out and say, yeah, we offered him this money, and he said no. But those numbers were known, and those rejections were also known. And I wouldn't be surprised if when Ninja went back to Amazon, that Amazon like basically stood there and said, like, you know what, like, we're not going to give you this money. Like, you either come back with us or, like, I don't know, go to YouTube and kick rocks. So I think he probably made a lot of money. I would not be surprised if he didn't make more than he did at Mixer.
Probably not, but he did get control of his old channel back, so he automatically has all his subs still.
That's true, yeah.
Which may be worth more.
Yeah, he's got all his shit. He's gonna teach your kids how to play Fortnite.
He makes
or
me
something.
sick, man.
Is he gonna play Fall Guys? Is he gonna play Fall Guys? He'll play Fall Guys, it won't do as well as Fortnite. Or maybe it'll do better than Fortnite, and we can finally be free.
Maybe he'll
We
play
can sell-
Spellbreak and finally get some good people on there to compete with.
If Ninja shows up on Spellbreak, I hope everyone roasts him. Like, seriously. Stream sniping and all, I don't care.
Yep, no, I'm into it.
If he shows up on Spellbreak, I will demolish him.
I want him to be cyberbullied forever. Like, I'm so excited.
He does not know how to move in a third dimension.
It'll be a good time. He won't be there for a long time, but it'll be a good time for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to read his statement to Hollywood Reporter,
Okay.
because it's dumb. He said, I really took my time to decide which platform was best, and Twitch has been supportive throughout this process and understanding my overall career goals. In this next chapter, I'm going to make it a point to elevate and bring more eyes to underrepresented creators. I'm looking forward to working with Twitch to demonstrate how this amazing community of gamers can make a meaningful impact.
I'm almost certain that someone...
Over, under, yeah, never mind. Go for it.
I'm almost certain that he was, that him surfacing other, like, underrepresented creators is, like, written into his contract.
Yeah,
now. Like, that's something that Twitch is making him do.
I'm 50% confident that that's what they're making him do, and 50% confident that whoever is in charge of his PR, his management team, whatever that is, like...
Oh, his wife? Yeah.
Yeah, made him do that, because she doesn't want another incident of, like, hey, you fucking said a racial slur on Steam. On everything, you fucking idiot. Don't do that.
Like, back. I don't play games with women because my wife like doesn't like that. And I was like, bro, like, relax.
Yeah, no, you don't play games with women because like they'll kick your ass and you don't want to admit it. Like that's fine.
I'd love to see a woman bully.
I have no choice but to cyberbully.
Women have to be
right.
so much better at games than men, and even so, it's like, it doesn't matter, because the man's just like, oh, well, you're a girl, like, everyone's going easy on you because you're a fucking girl. Like, shut the fuck up. Fuck the hell off.
Man, I've been digging into some other stuff. I watched I've been watching Attorney. It's supposed to end today. Which is more kind of like a talent showcase. Like it's like an all-women's Valorant tourney done by FTW for the women. For anyone who wants to watch it, it's like... Actually, it's on right now, so you might miss it, actually. Fuck. But it was carried by Nerd Street Gamers. The streams are still associated with their Twitch channel. And their stuff is pretty good. Like, I can't play against any of these people. I don't play Valorant, but also, like, I can't shoot that well. And, like, you know... I did just make it to plat on Apex, and, like, I'm still garbage. And I, like, want to see more people surfaced, like, or more women surfaced in, like, especially shooters, because that seems to be, like, the biggest market right now. Mm-hmm. And I was reading, like, this white paper where they were trying to talk about how, like, the way that collegiate, like, esports organizations are putting themselves together feels a bit exclusive to women, but, like, particularly, like, in varsity teams, like, club teams are actually pretty diverse and, like, well-rounded in terms of, like, the people that show up to play. But, like, as far as, like, the varsity teams, like, it's almost exclusively, like, straight white male. And I'm still, like, digging through, like, the nuances of the paper to see, like, what can be done. But, like, honestly, I hope that, like, more different people show up in, like, competitive spaces and, like, rock like, people's shit.
I mean,
because they deserve it.
Part of that issue is definitely, like, the amount of is just straight up, like, hate and harassment that women in gaming spaces get, and that doesn't even, like, account for the fact that, like, women who are also, like, other minorities get harassed double whatever, like, a regular white woman gets harassed. Like,
yeah.
And why would you the money would have to be very good for me to be willing to put myself in that sort of position. It would have to be very good, and I would need, like, in writing, a personal guarantee that, like, every threat against my life, regardless of how mundane seeming, would be investigated thoroughly, that, like, mods would be on every stream to tame that, like, vetted, like, hardcore mods would have to be everywhere, or I'm not stepping a foot anywhere near that.
And see, the big problem with that is, like, well, those are basic guarantees that any company could make you and should make for you.
They can't, though, because they can't make it. They can't, like, they don't want to invest the money in it when they could just hire a dude.
Yeah, that's the point I was going to get at, is, like, they could make these investments and they could do that for you, but it's cheaper just to get some dude who's going to say the N-word on stream and then apologize for it.
Yeah, and a half-assed apology. Like, that's the easier way to do it, is just like, oh, well, we could take you, and, like, maybe you are a better player overall, but we're gonna take this dude because all we have to do is worry about him saying the N-word once or twice, and then we suspend him for a couple games.
All we have to worry about is him filming YouTube clips in a public bathroom.
Right, exactly, like, fucking stupid.
If I ever met him, I would fight Dr. Disrespect. I know he's like 7 feet tall and like 200 pounds, and he would absolutely smoke me, but I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm packing heat.
I would absolutely, if I saw Dr. Disrespect in public, I would absolutely smack his ass. And I don't mean his actual ass, I mean his face. But, like, only shit comes out of that face anyway, so it may as well be an ass.
Got him. I'm gonna beat his ass in a public bathroom, too. It's full circle.
I'm gonna film it for YouTube. I'll film it. You beat his ass and I'll film it.
Do not film it.
I will film it.
Well, like, as long as we're not in California, actually, you know what, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't care if it's illegal or not. There's nothing cool about filming people in a public restroom. That's weird, man.
That's fair.
Okay,
okay.
This is probably a different thing. Oh, have you watched con vlogs? Like, people film themselves in bathrooms all the time, but they're not creepy about it. Because they're just like, yeah, man, here we go. I'm at an anime convention. Here's my friends doing dumb shit in front of a mirror. And, like, that's it. It's not the same. It's so much creepier when people do it otherwise.
That's because that's consensual. Whereas when Dr. Disrespect did it, he just walked into a bathroom while being filmed. And other people who were in the bathroom to just use it, or to be there, whatever, were now magically on film. And they did not have...
I also feel like you can't do that in a men's restroom.
Can't do that in any restroom.
Because there are like no stalls. No, you can sort of do it. You can get away with it a little bit better in a women's restroom because there are only stalls. There are always doors. Fuck off. Also, I think women are nicer about that. I think
the whole thing is just weird. But yeah, I agree with you that in men's restroom, it's very easy to walk in there with a camera and actually accidentally see some dude's like full-blown package.
Penis!
Like, hey, I'm putting this on YouTube. Prepare to get DMC'd.
But yeah, so Ninja's back on Twitch.
Boo.
Like and subscribe to Impossible Coins Twitch stream. We never do anything on it.
He will make more money next month than all of us will make in our lifetimes.
He made more money signing back up with Twitch than I will ever make in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've never said the N-word, so... And I know that's not, like, a big accomplishment. I'm not looking for you to applaud me. I'm just saying he did, and he's getting hella paid.
I mean, obviously, dude, we just gotta start eating Reese's on OnlyFans.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just make
Wait, is that a thing I can do? For money? I can eat Reese's on OnlyFans for money?
Yes, G.
Sub to my OnlyFans. Sub to the brand new Impossible Coin OnlyFans, where I eat Reese's.
She makes them look so good.
They're delicious.
Rocky makes fried rice in a giant wok. It's twice as big as he is.
It's gonna be like a fucking, like, 5-foot wok, and then I'm just gonna make fried rice in it. I'm gonna toss in everything. I'm gonna make you seasick.
And then we mukbang.
And then we mukbang, of course. But you have the next story, Brian.
So, talking about it a little earlier, we're gonna be talking about it again. It's the biggest news this week. The Xbox Series X and S full announcement. So, we all got a chance to see that, hopefully. At least everybody here did. And it did have one pretty surprising element, which wasn't the cost specifically, it wasn't the release date, it was the fact that there was more than one Xbox. So the Series S is one of the most interesting things to happen to games in like a decade. It's $299, which is incredibly low for a new console. And it's actually going to have completely different hardware than the Xbox Series X. It's going to be diskless. They're touting 1440p at 120 frames, which is still next gen, but not quite all the way. 512 gigabyte hard drive, which I still have very strong feelings about. I think that's way too small. And we're still unconfirmed if it's going to actually have RTX capability. So, pretty strange.
You know why it's so small. They gotta sell Xboxes and Xbox accessories.
Yeah, of course, right? But at the same time, 512 just feels kind of ridiculous. I understand.
How's Seagate gonna get their cut of the next gen if the console hard drives are huge, you know?
True. I also think that a big part of it is that if they actually made it any bigger, because really after 512, the next step is going to be a terabyte. So I think if they actually released a terabyte SSD in the Series S, there's no way it could still come in at $299.
Yeah.
So really, it's the best performance they could get for what is essentially dirt cheap. So it's about the same price as a Switch.
It is the same price as a Switch.
Right, because Switches are still very in demand. It's impossible to find them used. So you're going to be paying $300 for that too. Whereas instead of 720p at like 60 frames, you're going to be looking at 1440 at up to 120. That's pretty interesting. You lose all of the other benefits that a Switch has.
I'm not super certain right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if like the S as like a streaming box is designed to be more of Game Pass machine directly,
yeah,
as opposed to like a standalone console.
Mm-hmm.
No, we talked about that offline, and I would 100% agree with you that this system is designed to move Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see this console working without Game Pass.
Right.
And I know PlayStation's releasing a very similar one, and so that's shade on them. Got them. Because I really don't see how you do a digital release console without some sort of structure to play digital release games on like a subscription. Because we've all seen, you can look in the PlayStation Marketplace, you can look in the Xbox Marketplace at games from like 5 years ago, and they're still going for like $50 digitally because they never go down in price. It's insane.
The physical editions, though,
yeah,
they're always fluctuating. I spent $10 on Horizon Zero Dawn. $10, brand new. It was great. It's perfect. I definitely got $10 out of there.
Yeah, I actually did the same thing. So yeah, you get more than $10 worth of content for $10, whereas I wouldn't pay full price for it, and the expansion, that feels like a lot of money for a game I didn't enjoy all that much. It was fun. It's not great. But yeah, so I agree with you. The Series S is definitely designed to move Game Pass. The X is a pretty standard console. It's going to be $499. Touting next-gen hardware. It's the size of a planet. And if you can manage to fit it in your room as well as a TV, it'll probably be a pretty good time.
Does it have the liquid cooling technology that the Xbox One X has?
You know, I've looked into it. I haven't seen anything specifically on the liquid cooling. I have only seen like the pieced up pictures of the S, and that one is all air cooling. In fact, that giant, it looks like a speaker on the side of it is just a giant fan.
Which would make sense for the like all digital aspect of it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd keep that CPU cool. But if the Xbox Series X has liquid cooling in it, I'd like to imagine that the front part of it opens up and you can put like a soda in there.
And
have that chill out. Yeah, it's like a mini fridge, like an actual mini fridge, but for one soda.
It doesn't run liquid cooling like your computer, it runs Freon.
Right, exactly.
Oh, no.
Exactly, 100% accurate.
We gotta call the truest repairman.
Eat that, fucking Tesla, Elon Musk, fucking space car man, whatever the hell.
So, because the S and the X were leaked, Xbox finally had to play their cards and stop this chicken shit war with Sony, where they're both trying to reveal nothing until the 0 hour.
I'm fucking pissed. This is stupid. Sony, just tell me, how much, when? How much when? I don't even care. I don't need a whole presentation. You could just put up a fucking poster, just like Xbox did. I don't give a shit. Tell me.
Sony will announce the price point and the release date 16 hours after it's already available.
Yeah, right? Exactly. It's already sold out.
They will not ship it either, so no one will actually have them.
Right. Sony announced a PlayStation 5 showcase the day that this show is going up.
Right.
So maybe then.
Will it say anything? Maybe they've announced the day the PlayStation 5 will be available for me to pre-order and the fucking price of the goddamn thing. I'm so upset. This is stupid.
That's the dream.
I long for the day when I did not play PlayStation games, and all I had to do was, man, I hope Nintendo announces a new console at E3 this year. That'd be nice. And like, that's it. Because Nintendo's always like, here it is. Ta-da! Alright, bye! And then you don't see anything for 5 years.
So I don't want to unpack how bad I think...
Oh, Nintendo's announcements are terrible.
Yeah.
But like, also...
They're right there.
So far, it's been better than fucking Sony's announcement, which has been to not announce it.
Ultimately, it's because they were both playing chicken to decide who was going to have to drop their information first. Ironically, the one who ended up doing it first was Nvidia, and I still have more to talk about there. The reason I think that they are ultimately competing with consoles as opposed to AMD this generation comes down to the Xbox Series X pre-order date being the 22nd, which is right between the two launch dates of Nvidia's cards. The release date is November 10th. A few games have already changed their actual release dates to mirror the launch date, including Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and weirdly enough, coming out on Xbox for the first time in, I think, ever, Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon.
Oh, shit.
Has changed its release date to the 10th of November, coming out simultaneously on Xbox, PC.
Wait, not PlayStation?
It is announced for PlayStation, but since nobody knows when the PlayStation is coming out, they have not updated their information.
PlayStation, you fucking bitch! You can't tell me that Yakuza 7 is gonna come out on Microsoft's platform before it comes out on yours! You can't tell me that! That's not how that works! That's your fucking game! What?
I mean, it has been coming out on PC for the last couple of years in conjunction with the PlayStation, but I would agree with you there. That it's weird that we have a concrete date for Yakuza's debut on Xbox before we know when it's coming out on PlayStation.
It's gotta come out. If it's not coming out on PlayStation first, it's coming out simultaneously.
It's coming out on PlayStation, we just don't know when, because we don't know the announce date.
It's gotta be... Oh god, I'm mad about it.
The shoe that I'm waiting for to drop is going to be if and when Cyberpunk 2077 changes its date from the 19th of November to the 10th. Because I feel like 9 days is not enough time to actually work out the kinks in this game. I also think releasing a week and a half after a console launch date is dumb. So we'll see what happens there. I don't think they could meaningfully get any work done in those 9 days that would actually drastically change people's interpretation of the game, or like how buggy it is on launch, right? So it's going to be buggy either way. Whereas I think getting a day one release date might actually improve their sales by a realistic configurable amount. So we'll see what happens there. Otherwise, I think this game might never come out.
It's never coming out. Nothing's ever coming out. Ugh!
I walked into a physical GameStop the other day, which was alien and very off-putting. And there was a sign for the April release date of Cyberpunk.
Ugh. Whoever's in charge of that marketing kit did not update to the latest marketing kit. I can tell you that right now.
No, they did. They had both. A friend of mine works at that GameStop. He thought it was very funny, so he left it up. It says April 12th, I think. And then right next to it is the November 19th release date. It's funny to us because this game's never coming out. It's basically Duke Nukem Forever.
It's the new Kingdom Hearts game. Rocky,
Yeah.
are you gonna get the new Kingdom Hearts Rhythm game? You're gonna play that on stream for me, right?
Oh my god.
Kingdom Hearts?
If I figure out a new stream rig for like my Switch, then I'll do it.
Okay.
But,
I want to see it. Well, they haven't announced that it's coming out on Switch.
It's coming out on Switch,
Oh, it is?
but like my Switch isn't set to stream. Yeah, it's the 13th. I looked today when I was looking for Wingspan
Good.
on like the eShop.
Good. I'm glad. Please stream it so that I can see it. I want to see it. I don't want to play it. I just want to see it.
Especially since it's fucking canon now.
Yeah, it's canon.
They're all canon.
You and I, man,
They're
we're
all
in the
canon.
same.
They're
We're
all
having the
canon.
same fight with different companies. I need you to explain to me Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god.
Please do that as a video essay. Please.
I could link you to
fine.
just better video essays.
No, I want to make Rocky suffer the way he makes me suffer.
I didn't make you suffer. Whatever. You know what? It's fine. Whatever. Tegan, you're the next story.
I do have the next story. Ubisoft. Ubisoft did their E3 presentation! It's called Ubisoft Forward 2020. Because all we can do at this point is move forward. We're not looking back. We're not doing it anymore. I hate it. I hate 2020 mode. We're looking forward. So, the first thing that happened was they changed the name of Gods and Monsters.
Boo.
And now it's called Immortals Phoenix Rising.
I've never been more upset.
And it's coming out December 3rd. I'm excited. I was like, oh, look, you get Icarus wings. That's neat. Like, when I was watching the trailer for it, it still looks good. I recognize the art style immediately. I'm like, oh yeah, Gods and Monsters. And then it's like, you changed the name? Okay, I guess. Also, Hermes looks great. Mwah, I love it.
I don't like its UI. And I know they didn't lean on it in the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, it has, like, the busiest, like, HUD I've seen since, like, Xenoblade, I think.
Like, I fucked around with Excel and it's been easier to understand.
I've had some pretty busy UIs playing World of Warcraft. Like,
That's fair.
they get pretty busy. But
I think it's just the fact that, like, Rocky and I are kind of fresh off Ghost of Tsushima, which had one of the most minimal UIs in a long time.
oh yeah, super clean.
And it's like,
For sure.
and it got everything done. I knew everything that was happening in all of my stats, my meters, my widgets, and I didn't have to be constantly bombarded by graphs and pictures and numbers.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they were going for.
Well, that's what they got.
You know? Yeah, that's what they
I hope
got.
I can turn it off. That's all I'm saying.
I hope I can turn a lot of it off. But we'll see. We'll find out December 3rd. When that's coming up.
Yeah.
Then they announced going to be a Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. That'll be out in January.
Yeah, good for them.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the complete edition, is coming out holiday 2020. I'm already on it. It's going to be on Switch. Mwah. I haven't played that game since college. Oh, I haven't played it since college, but it was so much fun. I'm excited to play.
It's a good game.
I'm excited to play it again.
I thought it was really funny that, like, Brian Lee O'Malley didn't really know about it. Apparently, like, he did an interview with, like, Kotaku afterward. Because, like, one, he doesn't make any money off of, like, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, like, the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, apparently. So, like, he's not really privy to those negotiations. And he's been, like, campaigning to, like, get it, like, re-released or at least try to get a physical release out of it. And from the interview, he said that there was, like, some falling out with, like, Universal Studios, and so they weren't communicating anymore. And, like, Ubisoft, like, replies to, like, his DMs with, like, cheeky emojis, like, thinking that he knew that, like, Ubisoft was already working on it, and he had no idea.
That's amazing. That's so great. I love that marketing intern was like, hey. Or the Twitter intern is like, hey.
I love video games.
I love video games.
So I never got a chance to play the original Scott Pilgrim, so I'm looking
Lame.
forward to it. Well, I mean,
Lame,
it was
it's gonna be
available. It was available for like 2 weeks, and then it was removed from the fucking collective memory. So then you had to like hack into the CIA mainframe just to see a screenshot.
You're right. It was good. Well, it's like Scott Pilgrim versus the World like came out as a movie, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, this is a great movie," and then nothing happened.
Well, I love beat 'em ups. I also love games that nobody gets to play anymore because they're on weird defunct hardware.
Mm.
Shoutouts, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter 3, everything Capcom's ever made, all unplayable unless you have like hacked 360s now.
Right.
Oh my god, imagine if the Street Fighter, like, 3 online edition ends up on Game Pass.
Dude.
Bro, it had the worst fucking... I mean, it's fine, I guess. I'd play it. It's nowhere near as good as the 360 launch. That one just had proper netcode.
Right.
I would play it on Game Pass. I would also
All right.
probably get mad.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You'd be like, man, this was so much better in my memory.
True.
So then they
Dates?
announced Riders Republic,
Mm-hmm.
which is something, I don't know. It doesn't look like a game I'll play, but like, you know, that's me. And they didn't give a date for it. And then they had Rainbow Six Siege Sam Fisher, which is available now. And I'm not, nope, not doing that either.
So are they adding him as a character?
Wait, hold on. They are adding him as a character.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about Siege real quick,
Okay.
because like they also announced the Rainbow Siege World Cup, which is like an international tournament. And
There are Rainbow Six
from what
Siege fans outside of the United States?
there are so many, Tegan. In fact, the World Cup is going to involve 41 different countries.
What the fuck?
And 14 of them have already qualified for like the actual World Cup tourney, mostly because I think they either have a large enough player base or they have enough money. Like the US, Canada, Mexico are all there. China, Japan, South Korea, etc. And then there's like another 24 other countries, some in the EU, a bunch in like the Asian Pacific, and like some in Latin America that are trying to play in for 6 more spots. Mm-hmm. This structure for what they're trying to build, because like what they're going to have to do is that they're going to build national teams, national Rainbow Six teams that like consist of an Ubisoft representative, some sort of team representative that's voted in by top players and coaches, and a community representative that's voted in by like the people in the country. Before I talked a bit about how like Blizzard's trying to build like the MLB of like video games.
Mm-hmm.
And this very much feels like Ubisoft's trying to build like the FIFA of like video games, but I think they may end up landing closer to like the Eurovision of video games. Either way, I'm excited.
Oh my god, the Eurovision of video games.
How wonderful.
Oh my god, I love that. I hate Rainbow Six Siege, but I love that.
Yeah, like, so I'm excited to see how this plays out.
I like the idea of Rainbow Six Siege.
I want to see like what these voting cycles end up being, what kind of community managers end up in charge, what those dynamics like play out as between Ubisoft, like the player representative and like the community representative, what broadcasts end up looking like for national teams of like Rainbow Six Siege playing out in an international stage.
That'll be interesting. We'll follow that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it now. We're going to follow that. Whether or not we remember to, you'll find out next week.
I have a series of alerts like set up. So
oh,
I'm
excellent.
gonna be watching
Okay,
for
so
sure.
we're set then. Then we got For Honor Resistance, which is coming September 17th, which is tomorrow at time of listening.
Yeah,
so.
but don't get that. Get Wingspan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Same
get
day,
that, get Wingspan.
Twice as competitive.
Yeah. Play against us. Play against us.
I've played For Honor. It was a while back. I won a lot of matches because it was so easy.
Yep.
Anybody that thinks For Honor has skill, at me, I'll play you right now.
Play right now.
I'll re-download it and I'll play you.
Yep.
We'll get to plug them at the end of the show, but go ahead, Tegan.
Then we got Just Dance 11 coming out November 12th. The only game coming out for the Wii.
Going on November 12th.
Coming out for the Wii. It's coming out for the Wii and the Wii U.
Oh man, I actually still
Wild.
have my Wii connected, but like I don't know if that shop still works.
No, the Wii eShop does not work. You would have to buy a physical game. But I think
That's
it's only
amazing.
like $20. It's not going to be as
Okay.
expensive. So,
For sure.
you know.
Just Dance 11. God
Yeah,
damn it.
Just Dance 11! Unfortunately, it's already the music selection's already out of date because TikTok is just moving that right along.
God, I can't wait till I can play a Just Dance game with literal legend on it.
Oh, God.
With Sandy Freaks on it. Like, let's go.
Let's go. WAP. It's got WAP on it, but they have to bleep it all the time.
I'm down.
I can't wait.
Then we got the announcement that Far Cry is gonna go VR, coming in 2021. I can't wait to get motion sick while being shot at. It's gonna be a blast.
Is it like a remake of the original Far Cry, or is it like the new one that's like the Resistance with, what's his name? The chicken guy from Breaking Bad.
I don't think it's the one with the chicken guy.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, that's his name, Giancarlo Esposito. You know what I was saying?
I know. Sorry.
But yeah. That chicken guy, you know.
He had an
It's
old
Far
chicken
Cry.
franchise. He was a respectable businessman.
That's
He also sold meth.
I've been watching a lot of The
Jesus
Boys,
Christ.
and in that, he is also a respectable businessman who practices eugenics.
Yeah, we got to watch out. That guy might be getting typecast. respectable businessman that's also like has some horrible secret.
Dude, I've been watching him play like drug dealers and criminals since like NYPD Blue.
That's true, yeah. So maybe he's just moving up in the world.
I was born into this man's typecast.
Tegan, what else did they talk about?
They announced also a game of space, which is called Agos. It's Agos, a game of space. Like, I don't think you get to do the acronym for your title and your title in the same title.
Oh, but they do. Because
yeah, but they do.
Recently on Steam, we've had the release of As Far as the Eye, otherwise known as A Fate.
Uh-huh.
And that one is more like, well, you gave us like half of like a regular like colloquialism just so you could call your game A Fate.
Yep, they did. Wow.
So is it Game of Space, Game of Thrones and space?
Yes. No, it's not.
Oh,
I don't. Yeah, I know, right? It would be so much more fun if like throwing someone out the moon door literally meant like jutting them off into space from the moon. That would be ideal.
That would be ideal.
However, that's not what's up.
You can play Endless Space 2 if that's your goal.
But then they announced Monster Prom 2, Monster Camp.
Yes.
Which is summer camp, but Monster Prom. I know a lot of people who are going to be very excited about that if they aren't already excited.
Monster Prom's dope.
You know who you are. You're all my cosplay friends in real life. I want to know. I want to know who I should cosplay. Cosplay friends who don't listen to the show, tell me who to cosplay for Monster Prom.
Also listen to the show.
Well, maybe don't listen to the show, but whatever. Do what you want. You're working on cosplay. You got time. And then we got Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Red Patriot, which is coming out September 15th, so it's already out. If you like Ghost Recon, check it out. And then The Crew 2, The Chase Season 1, November 25th.
I hate that title.
The Crew 2, Two Crew for You.
Yeah, the
coming
two...
out November 25th.
Right, exactly. Season 1, November 25th, so that means Season 2's what, February, maybe? I don't know how fast the season goes.
Oh, for The Crew 2, Season 2, and you?
Yep.
That's going to be the YouTube video I make, highlighting the patch notes.
I'm absolutely thrilled. I look forward to it.
Do not know what The Crew is. Is it a racing game?
It is a racing game, yeah.
Well,
there's always a nice shiny racing game. You know.
I feel like I couldn't reach for a game in a GameStop without grabbing a racing game.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, I'm pretty sure The Crew is on both consoles. I'm 98% sure The Crew is on both consoles, which is going to be really exciting for fans on PlayStation who like racing games and don't get to play Forza Horizons. Because a lot of people on PlayStation who play racing games really like the Crew series, just don't get to play that many. Oh, and what's it called? That other
crossplay?
one.
Did they announce that?
They didn't say.
Bummer.
Which is understandable because PlayStation and Xbox don't like to play together. They can't play in the same sandbox.
Crossplay is the future.
Nvidia made Xbox show PlayStation all of its Pokemon cards, and now they're mad.
God.
But yeah, anyway, those were the games that were mostly featured in Ubisoft's Forward. I didn't cover the pre-show game or whatever because I don't give a shit. That thing was long. Give me a break. I'll do better next time. I won't. That's a lie. Rocky,
tell us
your
what
turn.
GameStop's doing. Tell us the horrifying future.
Tell me what GameStop's doing, and then I'm gonna tell you what Nintendo has to do.
Okay, so GameStop had their earnings call this past week. They talked about a bunch of things. Sherman, their CEO, is extremely hopeful for the future of GameStop.
He shouldn't be.
Yeah, they recently stated that they're losing less money than they were last year, but they also closed more stores than they did last year. And some in entire countries, mostly like in Eastern Europe. But, they decided, we're just not going to have stores in Denmark anymore, period. And that has turned out to lose them significantly less money. But Sherman's hopeful because we're at the beginning of a new console generation, which means that there is a new windfall that's coming in to GameStop because they get to sell consoles again. To wit, they have announced that they're going to launch multiple alternative payment models to help people purchase new consoles. So in addition to just walking in and paying for the console, straight cash, debit, or, with a credit card, you can also put a console on layaway. You could also pay for consoles in installments. And of course, you have the option to do a rent to own. Now, Microsoft is already offering a rent to own program for both the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. I know it sounds like I said the same thing. I definitely said two different things. Please keep up. Where the X will give you a 2-year rent-to-own plan at $34.99, where you'll get the console, a subscription to their online service, and a subscription to Game Pass. And if you want to do it with the S instead, it's still 2 years, I think, but instead it's only $24.99, I think. I'd have to check those numbers real quick. But the idea is that Microsoft is already offering installment plans, and GameStop is offering them too for the same consoles. They're just not as competitive. They cost a little bit more, and I think they have a bit short of a duration, but you have more options. Notably, they are offering it for the PS5 as well. Sony has yet to comment. And I wanted to bring this up because one of the things that I am concerned about is that in the future of the platform wars, in addition to the decision by console makers to go diskless with certain consoles, is going to significantly cut into GameStop's business model. Because while they do sell hardware and accessories and collectibles, which are still currently their top 3 money makers at the moment, the reason GameStop has survived for so long, their bread and butter, has been reselling used games. But if they are assisting in the proliferation of diskless consoles, that may cut into their work in the long term.
I will live and die by consoles that use discs. I will never go diskless. I don't care if they make that shit $5. I will never do it. It's an abomination. And even though I hate corporations and everything that they stand for, I'm with GameStop on this one. I will always go disc because I love the fact that I can trade one in. They don't offer competitive rates half the time, but it's still money I can get back towards a new game. I don't know. I don't like the fact that we're going full digital. I know it's the future I want, where everything is this cyberpunk dystopian nightmare, but I also really like physical media. I like physical collector's editions too, which will probably be increasingly difficult to market as we go more digital.
Give me physical collector's editions. I want an art book. I want a soundtrack. I want to own the media and not have it be able to vanish as soon as, the eShop shuts down or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I want a dumb statue. I want more pins that I can put on my jacket. I want everything. I want a stupid Skyrim poster that I'm still going to be staring at 20 years later.
I want a keychain that I can put on my car keys or my house key.
I want Yakuza whiskey glasses.
I want Yakuza shot glasses.
They did whiskey glasses for 6. And then 6 also did business cards. It did like a business card case.
I miss meaningful collector's editions.
Me too. I still have this...
Nope, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I miss when statues used to be made out of sturdy materials.
Yep.
I still have the Darth Malgus statue from the SWTOR Collector's Edition in 2009, and that thing's fucking heavy. If I picked that up, I could kill a man with it.
I have a lot of very nice statues. My nicer statues are generally from Japan. Like, even the cheap statues from Japan are better than a lot of the regular statues you get in, fancy collector's editions,
Amen.
That sucks.
It does. And we may be moving away from collector's editions altogether. And we may be going towards, digital deluxe with a digital art book, digital soundtrack.
No, I don't think so. I think specifically there still will be a demand. I think it'll, not be as large because it'll be less mainstream and more, aimed toward collectors. But hopefully, third parties that are servicing the collector's market, people like Limited Run Games and Fangamer, just end up getting a bigger share because they're not necessarily being supported by the initial publisher. Instead, like, it's just like third parties making like essentially like fan art that like goes into a collector's edition. Like maybe they become officially licensed rather than like run out of Sony properly. But I don't know, like the whole thing with like Sherman, you know, basically being like brave in the face of like the current state of the company really mirrors a lot of the things that happened with like Blockbuster.
Ooh.
When they were like talking about how Netflix is not that big of a deal. Mail-in movies, like, or this new streaming thing, it'll never take off, you know? And it's like, it's kind of worrying because I really like GameStop and I think it serves a very meaningful place in like the gaming ecosystem. And like without it,
I hate GameStop, but I love what it is.
Right. Yeah, like I think it's like, you know, run badly and I think they make dumb decisions, but like what it is important. And like while that definitely enables them to make terrible decisions, it's also like necessary as gaming in its current like state.
Mm-hmm. Also, I mean, at one point or another, GameStop has employed almost every single one of my friends. So that's something.
Yeah.
Rocky knows all of the friends I'm talking about. Some still work at GameStop, some don't anymore. But for what it is, it gives people with like a shared interest a chance to actually do something with it, and that's neat.
Yeah.
I'm hoping what ends up happening is collector's editions just continue to be pumped out at the same pace. And it's just like, yeah, when you buy your $100 collector's edition of fucking Call of Duty with a built-in Glock 17, you
get some boots that are actually on the ground.
Yeah, you get real boots from the ground blown off of somebody's feet.
Oh my god!
And you get a digital code as well as a physical.
Yeah,
and
I think
if you install the physical, the digital no longer works, and like vice versa to prevent people. They got to do something to prevent people from having two copies of a game. But I think digital like code in a physical collector's edition is the new wave.
I'm actually really interested in like
I
the
hate
future of like those type of multi-edition like releases, especially with like the X and with like Xbox and their Microsoft thing, because they're trying to do something like smart delivery, which is like a promise that like when you try to start up a game on whichever Xbox console you have, it will start up on the best version of that game.
Mm-hmm.
But this is definitely causing confusion in like indie and like third party spaces, most notably like with the game Control.
I was going to talk about that. I wrote it down, or I didn't write it down, but I wanted to talk about that one. So
that's why we write these things out.
No,
don't sweat it.
I thought we were going to get to it. I thought I was going to remember, and I didn't.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it now.
Yeah. Yeah, like, so, like, fucking, for people who don't know, the game Control came out last year? Last year,
Yep.
right, Tegan?
Yep, last year I talked sort of about it for Game of the Year. I forgot about it because so much other stuff happened, but, like, it was good.
Quick shout out, if you haven't played it already, please play it. It's a masterpiece.
But it came out on PS4 and Xbox One, and there was an Xbox One X version with like improved graphics and whatnot. And Control is also going to be available, partially because of Game Pass, but it's going to be available on the next generation of systems, Xbox One S and Xbox One X. No, Xbox Series X and Xbox Series X. Jesus Christ.
Upscaled
Anyways,
with RTX on.
Right. However, the thing is that from the way that smart delivery is currently explained is that if you bought an Xbox Series X version or Xbox One X version, it will not work on the Series S version, but it will work on the Series X version. And if you buy the Series X version, it will work on the Series S, but it will not work on the One X. And if that sounds confusing, that's because it is. And there are bits of that also like work similarly with like the PS4 and like its interactions with like the PS5 specifically, both disc and discless. And that's going to get more confusing as time goes by, which is ironic because the whole plan was to make things simpler.
So I want to talk about Control specifically because I thought we were getting to this piece of news, but instead I'm going to have to bring it up. So it's completely related. People were wondering why they had to buy a new version of Control for it to be accessible on the new systems. And that new version is the Ultimate Edition, which includes all the DLC. And that's the one that's going to be able to be played on the Series X upscaled, right? So if you bought it now, you'll get it then. And people are wondering why regular Control releases didn't have that feature, why they had to buy the game a second time. And so, which company is it that makes Control? They were saying, essentially, that it wasn't possible. It just couldn't be done. It was Remedy Entertainment, but 505 Games, the publisher, was the one who was saying it can't be done. It's impossible to actually do it. We need to release a new version. Until, out of nowhere, with no announcement, several hundred people across the world, several thousand rather, who had the deluxe edition of Control, magically got an upgrade overnight to the Ultimate Edition for about 6 hours until it was removed. And 505 Games has yet to release a statement about why something they said couldn't be done was done accidentally.
Wow! Fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm. So
that's fucking dumb. God, I hate people.
Just like every time 505 Games does anything, it's a shit show that spits in the face of their fan base. Remedy Games, the creator of Control, is a wonderful studio that makes good games. 505 Games, the publisher, is a monster. And so I don't want anybody to not buy Control or to hate on it because of 505's mistake. You're just hurting a developer who's trying very hard.
Right.
They're doing their best.
They really are. And they have been.
They really cannot control this.
They cannot. But this is important information to know about how upgrades to video games are released and how ultimately any version of Control that you purchased, up to and including the deluxe edition of the original game, should be forwards compatible onto next-gen systems, but is inherently being stopped so that they can sell a new version of the game that costs, I believe, $39.99. Whereas the base game and the season pass is actually less money, especially if you catch it in a Steam sale. So do with that information what you will, but just know that 505 Games blatantly lied to its fan base and now is refusing to put out a statement.
So everyone, that's our show.
What a terrible...
505 wants to fight us.
505?
It's called Impossible Coin.
What a terrible ending. I feel so bad. We ended on such a down note.
We do it every week. You can find us wherever podcasts are found, on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Tegan, do you want to hit SoundCloud for us one more time?
Fuck them! Fuck them, feed them beans! God, why can't they make life easy for us? Everyone else is easy! Whoever you are, who asked for SoundCloud and then aren't downloading it, stop it! Download, we're doing this for you!
Speaking of SoundCloud, Big Soch, kid brother of the show, produced the music at the beginning and end of this podcast. You can find his work on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Big Soch NJ. Or you can talk to him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Our logo is also a t-shirt. It was designed by Lauren Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Lauren Moran, and she has a Patreon. Consider throwing her a couple bucks. She does a good business. And speaking of Patreon, we have one of those too at patreon.com/Impossible Coin Podcast. Once again, not /Impossible Coin. I know that's a good idea. We have our best people on it. We will let you know when we have updates. And if you want to talk to us, any of us really, we are on social media. It's all Impossible Coin. Brian's on Facebook. He may be moving to Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Tegan's on Tumblr. Once again, all Impossible Coin, no underscores or X's or anything weird like that. If you see something weird like that, please let us know. We will take care of them. Also, our guest here, Brian Hennessy, do you want to plug anything for the people who want to keep up with you?
Yeah, I'll plug my Twitter. I'm pretty spotty on everything else. So it's at _Hennessy. It's spelled like the drink, but instead of EY, it's EE. So HENNESSEE. I mostly tweet about video games and other garbage. Sometimes I get on weird rants about Gundams. But for the most part, it's shitposting. If you enjoy shitposting, you will like it. It's wholesome shitposting, though. No weird hatred. It's very inclusive.
No punching down.
No punching down.
Only punching up.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You can catch me on there if you're looking to catch these wings in Wingspan. I will absolutely destroy you on the 17th. I will demolish you. I will lay eggs. So many eggs. You'll be wondering how I beat you in round 2 when it's a 4-round game. Easy. It's mechanics.
But yeah, that's us. That's a show.
Bye.
Normally Brian would say peace.
Yeah, but I'm just saying bye. I started the show. I'm ending the show. Bye.
Bye.
Later.